Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. And this week we have a very exciting episode, not because of the movie, but because this movie was actually the first movie that I ever pirated before in my entire life. It was the first movie I considered not worthy going to the theaters, but I still wanted to see it. So yeah, that was back whenever I think I was like 12 or some shit like that. But yeah, so we're going to be reviewing Fant4stic, Josh Trank's Fant4stic. Stick around till after the movie if you want to see some movie news, well, media news in general, and then other stuff that we have been watching since the last recording. We're missing a member, but he's going to be showing up eventually, and we'll just hear his opinions on the movie whenever he shows up. So hi, how are you guys doing? How has life been in the last week?
It's been fine, Austin.
It was good until I started watching this movie.
Really? I mean, okay, here's the thing. Dude, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that too much in this movie. The thing reference. Okay, before we break down into it, does someone wanna actually break down the movie and go beat by beat with it?
Yeah, I can give it my best attempt. I've been thinking of how I can say this in a couple sentences.
Homie's prepared.
We have one of our main characters, Reed Richards,
the goat,
giving a presentation, and he meets his friend Benjamin Grimm, who they become friends in the opening scene, and they stick together. Reed goes off to a private research lab and helps to develop a way to travel to another universe, and along with the help of some of the other friends he makes at the research center, they find a way. And they do, and one night they are all drinking, and Reed calls Ben and says, "Ben, get here, we did it." So they want to go be the first ones, and the other people who go are Johnny, the person who runs the research center's son.
Yeah.
It's biological son,
biological,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Sue, it doesn't go, but she is there for the aftermath. Who is a adopted daughter, and then a person named Victor also goes, and they go to the other world, come back, they make it safe the way there, and then they come back, things happen, and they all get kind of hit with this energy force from this other universe. And it all causes them to have alterations, and Victor gets left behind after a kind of
I like your description of the energy.
Climactic.
Some kind of energy source. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really like.
No one does, Skylar. No one knows what it is.
Goo.
Yeah,
the goo, the green goo.
They get all locked up to be studied, and Reed breaks out and gets away. He tells Ben he's going to come back. He doesn't come back. Really. And then they start using the different now mutant type people as part of the military. And Ben Grimm is a rock monster named The Thing. Sue Storm can phase invisible. Johnny can ignite his body full of flames. And Reed Richards is a stretchy person. Victor Von Doom does not come back, so we are unaware of his powers. And then later on, they were like, man, if we go back, we can reverse it. So they go back. But a lot of things have changed, and with Reed's help, they find a way to go back. They go back, they bring back Victor, because he shows up. And Victor is the strongest one. His suit that he wore there now melted and kind of bonded with his body.
Yeah, he glows sometimes.
He is too strong, and he essentially tries to kill the universe that is Earth's universe, and he tries to throw it into the other universe because he's tired of people screwing up the universe.
He wants to turn it into energy and bring more green goo. I think it was blue goo at the end of the movie, though.
It was blue beam.
Oh, blue beam. Okay. It didn't make blue goo. Wasn't it like all going down? The beam was going downwards, so it was like So everything was coming in, falling into the energy circle, and then it was shooting out the goo in like a single laser beam down. That's what I took it
Not
as.
like a single laser beam. It was like a large, like slow, like Do you know how like the old things were like an alien would like go and like pick stuff up? It'd be like that green beam that just like slowly lifts stuff up.
Yeah.
Look at the blue that just goes down.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
okay.
kind of what it was.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But
And then they punched him once.
so
and the movie
our
ended.
4 main characters all fight Victor, and they win and save the world.
And that's
then
the
they get
movie.
their own secret base. And then they're trying to think of a name. And Ben Grimm, the thing, goes, man, this is fantastic. And Reed Richards says, say that again. Movie.
Dude, one of the notoriously one of the best written lines in all of cinema, up there with Episode 9 of Star Wars, with somehow Palpatine has returned. I think those two lines go down in history as the best written lines in all of movies. It's great.
I don't think it's like even the worst. The best of the movie, though, if I'm being honest.
I think it's the worst part. Like, I think it's the worst dialogue moment in the movie easily. What?
Nope.
You don't think so?
I've got a note on this.
No,
one.
no. Is it the Doctor Doom over here?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that one was so bad. Oh, dude, I actually like physically cringed when that happened. I was like fuck, dude.
It doesn't even make sense. Sorry.
Do we want to go character by character, giving each like a review on it? And then eventually we'll cover the whole movie.
Yeah. Okay.
And then overall too, I want to get. I want an overall.
Can we talk about Doom first? Like, or should we save him for last?
Why is an incel? Sorry.
I'll start off with.
I fucking hate this character. He's the worst part of the movie for me, and it's for like many reasons, because in the very first version of this movie, he wasn't Doom. Like, I feel like most people that have a semi-idea of that, or even you can get a vibe of that within the movie if you watch it, he wasn't supposed to be Von Doom at all. He was supposed to be, like, Victor Domachev, who was supposed to then turn into the Silver Surfer in the original version of this movie that Josh Trank made. And then over the time of the corporate mongrels at the top of Fox, they messed with the movie so much that eventually they were like, it needs to be Doom that's in this movie. So they molded the script into this like literal garbage man. He looks like a trash bag.
If this is Doctor Doom, this is the worst user of his powers I think I've ever seen. He did like 3 cool things all in the beginning, and then in the boss fight at the end, he just stood still.
Yeah, dude.
And he just like kind of let them beat his ass.
What was
a lot of people.
The big turning point of the movie was Reed standing up in that moment, but like, what was holding him down? And also, like, it doesn't make sense why he was able to stand up. I mean, Doom was blowing up people's heads while walking through the hallway. Like, granted, that scene in a different movie could be cool, you know?
Yeah, like that one kind of felt like more like Doom to me, because he was at least more powerful than this other one. Like Doctor Doom should have easily won this.
Yeah,
like,
yes,
easily.
I don't think I could have, like, the Doom that I picture. I couldn't see him just like maliciously killing every single person that he sees in that
it made
state. It made no sense. However, like, if it was a different villain entirely, and that scene genuinely was shot in a very cool and interesting way, especially with like how Johnny was like kind of skulking around and threw the fire at Sue. It was like really, like, apart from, if I separate that scene out of the context of the movie, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. And there's a couple scenes like that throughout this movie. I don't think it's terrible, and it's also very quick. The
movie or the scene?
Okay, the movie in general. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not a good movie. However, like, there are scenes in it that make me be like, okay, I could see Josh Trank's initial idea, and if he had the chance to make a full version of this would have been pretty awesome, I think. But let's do what Skylar said and go down. Doom is not one of those people. I don't think there's any aspect of this character that I enjoy from start to finish. I think he's an idiot. I think him putting his hand into the goo, it honestly
That's a
like
terrible idea.
it irritates me to like another extent because like that's some stupid bullshit that would happen in like a '60s movie, and it's so stupid that it happened in the year 2014, the year of our Lord.
Well, so my main thing is they all are aware that they are in an area in which they don't know. He said the energy feels like a life force.
Yeah.
So, my first thing is, okay, so this guy's like kind of understanding that like there's something that could go very wrong here, and then he just sticks his hand like straight in, and then like basically almost kills everybody,
Yeah.
and
Oh!
like that. So it's
He's
a little
here!
crazy.
He's
Hello, Chandler?
here!
Didn't miss
Chandler!
much.
He really didn't miss much. You missed the breakdown of the movie, and we started. So we're hitting the main characters, like the main 5 characters of the movie, in order, and that's how we're gonna describe the movie. And we've been just doing Doctor Doom and talking about how much we don't like him.
Call him
We're on Dr.
Victor.
Doom right
Like,
now.
let's just not even.
Yeah, he's not Doctor Doom. Let's call him Victor. You're right.
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Victor Vaughn.
Yeah, but I was just saying how I think it's very, like, for them being as smart as they are, it felt like a very smooth brain moment for him to have in a very crucial time period.
Oh yeah, the actual like final fight where he just stopped using his powers.
Well, that and like him just sticking his hand in the earth.
Oh, the goo.
Like
Sorry,
other
Chandler
universe.
joining.
And it's like, okay, like
Fuzz my brain.
I know you were like, okay, this suit can protect me, right? But they had no idea that energy force was there to begin with. They only knew it was sand and rock and probably some other like environmental things. They had no idea there was something actually in the ground.
Exactly.
So like, why would you touch it?
And like I, that scene kind of is what leads to how you could, I guess, his motivations exist. Where the energy is a living form, so it's like messing with his brain or whatever. I don't fucking know. There's nothing about his.
That's just like him being crazy.
He just is a
like,
crazy guy. I don't know. I'm just pulling some shit out. I don't know. Garbage movie.
And I actually.
Wait, Chandler, we can't hear you. No.
We're good now.
Hey!
My light wasn't on for some reason. Okay. I was just gonna add to that. Yeah. Well, he was stuck there for a year, so who knows what that does to him?
Oh yeah.
And who knows if time even works the same way? They never said.
They don't give any.
We also
information.
mentioned Sky. I was
there might
muted, so
be
you
some
guys can hear
echo.
this. There's echo.
A little bit.
But I also don't think I understand this guy's motivations. They came back to save him, and he's like, "No,
Because he doesn't
you
have
left
any.
me."
He doesn't have
And
any
it's like
motivation.
His motivation is that he's an incel and he likes being alone and he's
Seriously,
upset.
he was hiding
About
for a while
that?
there.
Like, do we didn't get told his history with Sue or Doctor Storm?
No.
Or anything.
And it's
right?
weird
Like,
because Sue's supposed to be like 19, right? Or wait, okay,
Yeah.
what age are they supposed to be? Okay.
Why are they kids? Why are they actually kids?
Austin,
Like, what-
Austin,
like-
let's pause. I think it's time I pull up the stat sheet.
We're juniors in high
The
school.
stat sheet that I paused the movie and took a picture of because I think it's one of the worst frames I've seen in a movie in a very, 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 very
Should we
long
save
time.
that for Mr. Grimm?
Yeah, okay. But okay, yeah, we can save it. We can talk about the timeline with Mr. Grimm. Can we talk about Grimm
Let's get
after
Chan.
Doom then? Yeah, let's hear about Doom from Chan.
What?
Talk about
What do you
Doom.
Give us your breakdown on Victor Vaughn.
Victor,
as we
let's hear
stated earlier.
Victor.
He felt kind of jealous and bland at first. I get the incel vibes for sure, hiding himself in whatever that place was. He low key kind of dumb. I don't know if he really did anything intelligent whatsoever. Like I wanted to add Sky whenever you said that they like when he put his hands like that green stuff. Just one going there, I can understand them making the trip. Like let's do it for ourselves. We did all this work. I don't want some military to come in and just use it like they do with NASA. But like them going further down the cliff and rappelling was so stupid. They didn't have anything to test. Like they didn't bring anything with them.
He also said,
I
"I,
don't
think
know.
you should
I
look
didn't-
at this." I thought that was funny.
What's that?
Miles Teller goes, "Hey Victor, I think you should take a look at this."
Yeah, well.
that made me giggle. Sorry, it's just one of those things that like you're like, okay, I know that this is a reshoot. No one thought about that line. Sorry, continue.
He wasn't. I mean, he kind of seemed strong at first when they were initially fighting, and they all got like they were fighting independently and not together as a group. I don't know. There's really nothing to the guy. Even he's not my Doom. I'm so glad Robbie Downer Jr. is casted, although I don't know how they're gonna explain that. But
Yeah, that's an
That'll be
interesting
better.
take. I mean, you saying this isn't your Doom, not an interesting take. The Robert Downey Jr. thing is an interesting take. I would say I'm cautiously optimistic for that movie, mainly because I don't know if this isn't new this news or last news, but the final bit of that movie still hasn't been like finalized yet, so that's insanely worrying to me because they're supposed to be finishing up shooting soon.
It's a year.
What?
Doesn't it release like next year?
Yeah, it's sick, dude. I'm really excited. It's gonna be awesome.
Austin, do you still have to give your opinion on Mr. Doom or Mr. Vaughn? Victor, even?
Yeah, I guess I interjected a couple of times. I mean, he's not a character like a lot of these characters. Like I'm like, that's why I think we disagree a little bit on this movie. It's like, I think I get where you were coming from, where like some of these scenes look like they could be a part of a better movie, but as a cohesive project, it doesn't make any
Yes,
sense,
totally.
like at all.
I agree. Yeah.
And I'm straying from the point, but I think it's very evident with Victor because like
Yes.
he doesn't have, the only characteristic he has is he's kind of a dick and
Yeah.
maybe a pedophile. Like
Oh,
that's
you're right. Yeah. I mean, they're at the very least 18, if not
Well,
soon
yeah, but
being
he's got
slightly
a
older.
history with her.
Okay, Austin, I think it's time. Can we talk about the thing? There is a thing in the room right here, and we need to talk about it. I think it's time.
We
I
can
can't.
move on to Sir Grimm, but Austin's low-key spitting.
He is spitting here. He's spitting here, and I'm just gonna explain why there's a chance he might be right and he might be wrong because at like about 2/3 into the movie, they show us a stat sheet of a character that we all know and love, and I sent you a picture of it, and I hate it. And I hate it so much, and it describes a bunch of really stupid stuff within this movie. It's our military description of Mr. Ben Grimm the Thing, and apparently he was born in where is it? I can't find it. It's
1986.
Yeah, 1986, which makes no goddamn sense. Here's proof of it if you can see it on it. Focus, please.
Oh, really?
Focus.
It's a little. It's just your phone screen's just dark.
Okay, I'll make it a little bit brighter.
You can just tell us.
Better.
Far
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks clear. But
Yeah, I see 86.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 86.
545.
And then the
What?
better thing, if you've ever read comics before, and specifically Fantastic Four comics, and you possibly enjoy the Thing, the lovable guy who gives people burgers and is very nice to kids and stuff, 55 confirmed kills. 55 of them. Yeah. That's just the confirmed ones. That it's not included. That it also does not discriminate between women and children.
I don't have an issue with that. I like legitimately don't. I'm like
okay. Here's my explanation. Okay, so superheroes kill all the time. We just watched Superman kill a clone of him. That's completely fine. However, this is like him getting dropped into a war zone and just killing innocent people. I don't want Ben Grimm to do that. Not innocent people, like
a soldier.
not innocent.
Like that.
I hate it, but I just don't like it. Like it bothers me. And something about that is really upsetting. Like he's supposed to be the nice one.
It's a gritty world.
Yeah, he still can be, but he's still be used as a weapon. He was told that if he does it, he can go back to normal.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I still don't like it though. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that scene. I just don't like it.
Only reason I don't like it is because my boy Ben would get more than 55 confirmed kills.
You're right, dude. He was throwing some tanks around.
Jump up those numbers.
I didn't mean fully innocent.
Zach,
I meant there was a chance.
what age do you think they all are?
Thank you for asking that. The reason why I brought up the fact that he was born in 1986 is because if that is true, then that would make him 31 years old. This is an issue for many things because they showed that in the movie it is 2014. So either he was 30 years old in a middle school science fair at the beginning of this movie, and also he looked very young whenever he was 23, because there was a seven year gap. So he looked very young whenever he was 23. all the way back then. There's just a bunch of time issues. So Sue either can be 19 or in her 30s. Who knows? I don't. I'm guessing that the high school thing is a rewrite, right? One, because that entire opening 10, 15 minutes is god-awful. Like, honestly, the worst part of the movie. Austin, there's like 3 scenes that are the epitome of terrible to me in this movie, and that's one of them. And the other one is at the end bit with the say that again. Those two are like, what way to start and end your movie. That's a really great.
If we're gonna do that, can we, like, we're talking about the flashback, can we talk about the teacher?
Yeah, dude,
Like-
what the fuck? That's also
Yeah, that was
Homer
great.
Simpson, by the way. That's the voice of
Really?
Homer Simpson, yeah. Homie!
Yeah. He just, like, bullied the kid, and, like, the first line of the movie was like, I want to be an NFL player, and he's like, good job.
That's a realistic
Fantastic."
career. I want to be a scientist. Go fucking home, you loser, dude.
Yeah.
No one likes you.
It-
Leave, you idiot.
Everyone in the class, boo him, boo. Like,
Hey,
All right.
Scott, let's move this guy. Boom.
And since
And
we're
then-
talking about the thing, the following scene at the trash heap,
When they're walking
where we
back?
fucking find out that the thing, the guy that we're supposed to like, gets his catchphrase from his brother beating the crap out of him. What the shit, dude? It's clobbering time. Why would we be happy
Also-
that he uses that?
Something immediately following that is kind of funny.
Okay.
You know, whenever they stole the converter and they just casually wheeled it, however far back to the house, and nobody said a word.
Anything? Yeah, no one notices. Yeah.
Probably again.
Oh,
And
dude.
then, you know, like 15 minutes later, there's like a complete blackout everywhere. They're like, man,
How did
wonder what
that happen?
happened.
Yeah. No one
Yeah.
thought until they did it at the fucking. Oh, dude, the gymnasium scene following that pisses me off. Like, I can't watch it without
That
pacing.
moment.
It's so bad. It's such a bad scene, top to bottom. Why are they the only adults there? Why is everyone like knee height? Like, how? Why is Sue Storm? Actually, I guess they could be watching Reed. That's the reason why they're there. But why is Reed and Ben there? That doesn't make any sense. Why did they get disqualified? Because that's the only fucking science that was actually at the science fair. It does not make
And
any.
it was magic!
Oh, dude, it
like, what
pisses-
are we talking
That
about?
scene is
like,
so bad.
I hated the teacher for that. He's like, you're disqualified. This isn't a magic thing. Like, first of all, it's a compliment to say your science project is magic.
Yeah.
But what he says is honestly probably the best part of world building in this movie, because it basically canonizes, that's not the way to say it, whatever you say, makes it canon. The magic's real, because he's just saying it's magic and it's not a science fair.
objectively
And he says
magic.
it- like, he says it
Ew, Doctor Strange.
seriously.
I-
Like, he doesn't say it like a joke. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I-
I'm taking this line from
You might have a
a
Dr.
caravan
Strange
of
before
garbage
that.
on this movie. So if you are a fan of Mr. Sunday movies, you've definitely heard James say this before. But like, even if that is fucking magic, that's the best thing there. It's not even close. It's ridiculous. There's not a single aspect of that scene that is remotely tries to work as a movie. And how you know that scene is bad in a reshoot is because Sue Storm has a wig in it. Every single scene where her hair is as blonde as humanly possible, you know that scene is reshot. It was the easiest way for me to keep track whenever I was trying to. I remember I said I was doing that at the beginning of it. I'm saying that for Chandler mainly. I was trying to keep track of which scenes I think were reshoots or originally in the movie. And those ones where I was like, okay, that's really easy. I got those ones down.
Did you not have blonde hair initially?
No, well, it was natural hair with brown roots with blonde like coming out of it. You know how like actual blonde people look. But then
Yeah.
occasionally her hair is just like only one color all the way through. And sometimes within scenes it actually happens where it cuts back and forth between her with different hair. It's pretty crazy. It actually happens in the Victor Von Doom over here scene. Sorry, we're talking about Sue now. We should be talking about the thong. My bad.
Yeah. It just swapped up because, like, at this point, they're so interconnected.
Yeah.
It's
well,
very hard
I mean,
to not.
it's a movie about being a family, you know, Skylar.
There's something
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
really
I didn't
family
get that
that
at all.
never
If I'm completely
talks.
honest.
Because like
They
half
didn't
of
speak until the end of the movie, which like this is it's probably isn't gonna come back to it, but like Johnny's comment towards the thing was derogatory,
What the
man.
fuck, dude?
They've never spoken in this entire movie, and he's like,
that's their only
"Get away
line.
from this fucking monster over here!" Like you absolutely shut the fuck up. Like why is this piece of rock talking to me? Like he cannot control that. You've never spoken. He didn't say anything mean, and you just lambaste him for no reason.
That was rude, bro. And he said,
Sorry,
he said
that
some
was
dumbass
derailed, but,
name
like-
too, like as if he has the right to say something cool after that,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
He
You're
said,
not
like,
friends.
Yeah, the Human Torch and his fucking candles, dude. What the fuck is that? It's so dumb. Get out of here. It's so stupid. Loser.
Can we finish
Well,
talking about Sue though? Because there's probably not
Okay,
much
yeah.
to talk about if we were on him.
Yeah,
on
she's
her.
barely in the movie. Like, she doesn't even go with them to the other planet, which I honestly.
That made me so mad.
I forgot
that Ben
about
went
that.
with. I did too.
Yeah.
So how did she get her powers on the return trip?
Yeah,
With the blast?
honestly.
Yeah.
Doom
The way they
shouldn't
get
have
their power-
gone. I think Doom should have. It would have made more sense.
Ben
no.
shouldn't have gone.
But how does Ben get his powers?
Yeah,
It
Ben
makes more
shouldn't.
sense for Ben. Yeah, you're totally right. Ben should not have gone. It makes way more sense for them to get Sue because she's actually in the fucking building. But like in my head, and I'm trying to think like Josh Trank is trying to get them to get their powers. He has to go to the other planet. I don't like for Doom to get his powers. He doesn't. I don't think he needs to get to the other planet. He could just like be there when it teleports back or something like that, and it fucks up his body or something. I don't know. I mean,
So
I
it's
guess
the same
that's
thing, Sue?
literally the same thing as Sue, yeah. But she was in a different room. I think that's stupid.
I think
Sue's is so
Victor is-
dumb.
Person to try and go on his own. I think he should go on his own and get stuck,
That's
and then
so
before
much better.
that,
God
go
damn
and
it.
try and get him.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
so
then
can we-
And then
that's such a better idea. You're Skylar. You know what? That's why we like you. That's crazy.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, of course, man.
Explain their individual powers though, like what led to each getting their like Sue on the return trip, that blast somehow gave her powers, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
the energy
The
wave.
thing. There were rocks being thrown in space.
That scene is awesome, dude. I love that scene so much.
Bugs attacking him, and there's just like.
Why are they like? They were literally like staying on him as if they were stuck. It was so funny. What the fuck was going on? It looked so bad. It looked like someone asked a CG artist to do that, and he just was like, "This is gonna look really, really bad." And the guy was like, "Just do it anyway." He was like, "Oh, okay," and he just did it. And it looks like shit. But like. It looks like shit because it's uncanny. The CG in this movie is actually pretty decent for the most part. I think. I think the worst looking thing in the movie is the monkey. That's the worst
Are you
thing.
serious? How is this an opinion that you had? Like seriously, that was like
Genuinely.
a note of mine.
I think
Was
it's
this
not the worst thing ever. I think the thing looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I like
The thing
I also don't
looks
think it was
fine.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like everything else.
Yeah, the world
Like,
looks horrible.
literally,
Like
the world looks horrible. The like green screen and everything.
No, I
Even
don't mean like the green
power.
screen. I meant like the actual like.
So bad.
Yeah, dude, it's really bad, dude.
What about
looks
Reed's
so bad.
face shift? I get to the green screen's not part of it.
Okay,
Like
okay, you're right.
it looks like a PS3
You're
cutscene.
right. I'm mainly thinking of the rocks. I wrote that down whenever during the body
Rocks.
horror scene.
Yeah.
I like the CGI, Zach. I think you're right.
I don't think
good.
all of it's great. I think
the body horror scenes are pretty decent.
so great, dude. That's the scene that made me be like, okay, I want to see whatever this movie was a part of. Whenever they immediately got back and Reed like crawled over to Ben while Ben was screaming in the rock pile, I genuinely really like that scene. I think it's really fantastic. And then that following scene. Thank you, Skylar. I appreciate that. And then that very following scene where Reed's like super stretched out. I also really, really, really like that all the way up until he escapes. And honestly, I
don't like how he escaped.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I don't get how he just pulled his arms back.
Shouldn't have.
That was weird.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been able to.
No. Sorry, not he shouldn't have been able to. He shouldn't have escaped. Why
Yeah.
would he escape?
Yeah.
Like, we could have gotten them all together, except Reed's just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go run away and then try to find my friend who I know where he's at.
It's the
Sorry,
team.
go
It's
on.
the team that he's a part of, and also like, how does he think that? Like, how is he gonna heal outside of that? I thought that was really stupid. One thing related to wait, we talked all about Sue, right? There's just like nothing more to say
Yeah,
about
we didn't
her.
talk anything about Sue.
Well, there's not much to
No.
say about her. She just is.
I have one thing that I'd like to say about her and the thing
Okay.
simultaneously. We're going back to that science fair thing. Do you remember when Sue and her father walked over the table and were like praising them, like, "Wow, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
You've figured out what we haven't." Ben just kept staring at Sue back and forth.
Really?
Every single time we cut to Ben, he was just staring at Sue. He never once left her gaze.
Really?
I wrote that down. I looked it up.
Great
They're actually
friend.
married. They're married in real life.
Oh, wait, that's kind of sweet.
So,
Actually,
Yeah.
that sounds kind of cool.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's awesome, dude.
Invisible Woman and the Thing are a thing in this universe.
Oh, there were what?
Cool.
Say that again. Sorry, we should stop doing that. Whatever.
I won't.
Does anyone have any burning opinions about Sue before we move on to the next fin? Okay, Austin, go.
Actually, do.
I'd have one too.
Okay, hit it.
Sky,
yeah.
you go first.
Sky?
Also, I insist.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure. My assertion is that Sue's power is not force field and invisibilities. It's actually autism.
Yes, I did get that vibe too, Austin. That's awesome how you said
Character
that.
Let me jump past
No,
jump
she
into
pattern
that.
recognition, the scene with her
That's
putting...
all that. Yeah, but and it's not even just that. That's how her and Reed bond. Like that's like the
Yeah.
entirety of like their blooming relationship. But she has no personality whatsoever. She is really, really into pattern recognition.
That's it. That's
She
it.
just really always needs to have headphones with music playing because that's the only way that she can focus. And there
How
good
does that make
representation
her
is all I'm saying.
invisible, no.
The energy kickstarted it, Skylar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there it
That
is.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
There it is. Putting it together.
She really got shafted in this movie, and
She
not
did,
just
yeah.
by the thing, but
Yo, bro.
sorry,
Oh my God.
she the fact that she didn't cop an invite to go on the trip, like when she was like one of the only people working on it, and
yeah.
Bree's just like, my boy Ben, we got an extra
Hey.
slot and no
Yeah.
one to fill it. Even the other person that was working on it is
Nobody
awful.
else said a thing about it.
Say that again.
Yeah, it just.
That was-
Yeah, I mean that's about it. Cause like she had no personality besides that. She had that little like plot line where it was like, "Oh, don't work for the government. We're just let's just stay here where there's no
Dude,
windows
that plot
or
line
doors."
is so fucking stupid because how it gets resolved is just Doom killing everyone. That it was the most unsatisfying resolution to that plot line that you could have possibly had. It was so stupid.
Yep.
Sky, I thought of something about Sue, but you go first because you know how the line
So-
works.
I don't like how she was like up in the force field, just like trying to stay still and like perfectly still. I don't see what that would ever be used for. I feel like they would have her practicing picking up stuff and moving it.
Probably, yeah.
You know, I feel like it's a very bad waste of her power, and then like straight into that, and then like obviously she didn't have much practice after this, and all of a sudden she was perfectly
Yeah, she's
able to do
crazy,
it with
yeah.
her and the thing and Reed
Yeah,
all, and Johnny would just push them.
yeah.
So she got really good at it really fast, and that's kind of crazy because that's like because she had to have really good balance. She had to be able to keep the sphere around all of them,
Yeah.
and like make sure like she also had to keep them in check because they also had to be balanced.
And another thing, she had a negative part of her power that they established a handful of times and then forgot about completely at the end of the movie.
Holding the breath.
Yeah, she can't breathe when she activates her power, except at the end of the movie. She's fine at the end of the movie. She can do it completely.
Oh yeah, she figured it out by then.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. She learned it. She mastered her power by then. I thought that was
Yeah,
really dumb.
totally.
That really upset me multiple times. I was like, because then she started talking while doing it. I was like, how is she doing that right now? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. But it doesn't matter. Who cares? Whatever. That was my only complaint about. I mean, my only point about Sue is that complaint. Anything, Chan? Do you have anything
Jan, what
burning?
character you wanna- Yeah, do you got anything burning? And if you don't, what character do you want to go to next? You want to finish up Mr. Grimm or go to Sir Reed?
Or
Well, I
Johnny.
want to touch on what you said earlier, Sky, when she was just hovering in the air. Did you mean like when she was training?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, like you're because you said like that was pointless, right? I think that was just to build tolerance, endurance, like that sort of thing. That's like solely
Like
it.
your Ravity's throwing up.
But
What?
she never
Like your Ravity
failed
from
at
My
it
Hero
after that.
Academia, who are like throwing up. You know?
Oh,
Like, I would get it if she failed one other time, but she after that point, it was seemingly mastered. So like,
yeah, I agree.
why
like,
not have her do something else and be like, oh, she could do that too, I guess.
We
like-
just missed the training arc, dude. They cut the scenes, I guess.
We did. Yeah.
Whatever intern accidentally cut the whole training arc is so getting fired.
When the author makes you watch the boring parts of the training arc, the end, only the end, just them being like, all right, that was good training.
I like a good training arc.
Yeah,
I
good
think
training
Demon
arcs can be
Slayer's
fun.
recruitment isn't so bad. It got a lot of hate though.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not good. I don't think it's great. In all
Jan,
honesty.
what character do you want to go to next? Which of the Fantastic Four? Say that again.
Did you guys do
Fantastic.
Human Torch yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, let's touch on that.
Okay.
Okay, start it off.
I like Michael B. Jordan. He's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I did think
Oh,
the CGI was kind of all right. It was actually funny. Like you could actually see the outline because he has like a unique lip compared to most people,
Yeah.
and you can actually see like his mouth open. I thought it was pretty good.
I think like that was the most like it comes and goes for me out of anything in the movie personally. I liked how his teeth glue. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I thought that was neat. I also really some aspect about his character. Well, I actually really liked how all of them had like a negative for the most part. Well, except for Reed. All of them had a negative, and his was that
Yes,
his
he did.
what?
Oh wait, are you talking about like personality or like power?
Power.
Wise?
Their powers all had negatives.
Oh.
Like the Thing was always in
Yeah.
pain. Sue couldn't breathe while she activated
Right.
her powers. And Flame On guy, his powers were fire was always on, and he had to have the suit to turn it off. I thought that was really interesting because it actually made sense that he came up with Flame On because he actually had to turn on his power. I thought that was interesting. I like that aspect about it. I thought that was different in a way that was fun.
Wasn't Suze also always on?
Huh?
I thought
Oh,
Suze
you're
was
right.
also
Yeah, you're
constantly-
right. Suze was always on, and her suit made it so that she was able to be seen. You're totally right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Didn't establish that well at all because I kind of just
No.
like I don't know. I
You
get
forget
that
because they're
context
always in the
clues,
suits.
but like, did they even have a line of dialogue like
Yeah.
establishing that?
They
Okay,
did,
maybe
yeah.
I just wasn't paying attention enough,
Yeah.
which definitely happened.
It was like whenever they first got knocked out and like put on the tables.
Yeah.
They're, like,
It
it's
was actually
constantly
slightly
phasing
after
out.
that. After the time skip, whenever they were doing the here's our characters now, they showed us the Ben Grimm murder list, and then they said, here's Johnny, this is how he's been developing. He can't turn off his fire, but we had developed this suit that made it so he could turn it off. And then they
gotcha.
were like, and here's Sue, and she's always invisible, but etc. You get it.
Gotcha.
I had
I
no
don't know.
other like complaints. I thought the fire flower in his car was a fun little detail showing that he's going to catch on fire.
I didn't
soon.
notice that.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say I like the fact that he was like a street racer beforehand. That's kind of like cool.
And it was a
Like, it was
reasonably
like that.
interesting scene too, because they actually had
It's-
real cars. you know,
It just kind of added
Yeah.
some character depth, other than
Yeah.
he's a genius. He go work for Plan because Plan and all that matter. You know, he
Yeah.
like actually didn't want to be there.
And
He is
like,
the
big
only
heart.
one I actually liked in the Fantastic Four, like genuinely. And I shouldn't even say that. He's the only one who was a character. Like he's the only one who had any sort of personality
And arc.
or development.
Arc.
Like arc if you want to say that. It's like the beginning part of it, and then it just stops because the movie stops being a movie.
Yeah.
But he I liked the most by far. I agreed that the CGI was pretty solid. I just didn't like the design. Like I feel like him being just like black smog covered in smoke. Like you can't see
that's
really
fair
much
point.
of like his
I kind of liked it though.
personality.
I think it would look
I
like
don't-
worse. if
Austin,
it
have you ever
was
seen the
him.
original drawing of the Human Torch?
I think I know what you're talking about.
It
And
kind of
like
looked like that, and I liked that.
I just think I'm like I get where it's coming from, and like I don't think it's like an awful choice. I just feel like he just kind of looked like an outline at times, or like a shadow. And it's hard to like emote in that way.
Totally, yeah.
That's fair.
I
But
can see that.
yeah.
I also think that if they tried to do a lot of other things, it would have been way worse. It would have looked as though like the flames were just kind of like.
Have you
CG
seen the
built
most
at the top of
recent
his
Fantastic
body.
Four? Like how they did Johnny,
Not really.
like
no.
in the trailers.
No. I tried to
I'm not
make
going to
it.
compare it, but like
Is this
I mean,
not?
even
Or are we talking about like the new movie
The
release?
new movie.
I was saying the new one, but even in like the OG Fantastic Four, I feel like they did it. I don't want to say better because like it's just a different style, but
You know
like
what? Let's watch those. After next week, let's watch the other two Fantastic Four movies. Because I know Lily wants to see them. And I just why not? I mean, it's Fantastic Four season, so let's watch them. We can compare and see how much better or worse they are.
more
than this
great
one.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude. Okay,
They're
Austin,
better.
Let's
They're
be honest
better.
here, dude. I wasn't gonna let us go without watching a couple bad movies. It's been a while, so I was gonna force them in there, even if you guys didn't want them.
I'm fine with those ones. This one,
Really?
I'll get into it later. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
We
Is
can-
any Johnny story? Oh, I liked his Lego mug a whole lot. I really enjoyed that. I won it actually. It was pretty cool. Any other?
I like the fact that he can build cars.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a really cool character personality, and that I mean, his blew up in fire, so it was kind of like
Maybe he's not
I
the
don't know if
best
it's
at it.
foreshadowing, but no, he's not the greatest at it. But I mean, again, it's some personality.
development, yeah.
at least I
Well,
kinda-
he's
I kinda
17, you know?
that.
Yeah. Maybe. Or 28. Who knows?
Yeah, he's either really bad for his age or insane for his age.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. Anything else? Any burning thing? Oh, Chandler. Sorry.
Wasn't a huge fan of his stubborn personality. It kind of like he's too old to be saying, "I'm an adult now. I can do what I want when I want." Like
Or is he?
like him latching on his dad like that.
17, man. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, because they were in high school. Like, the academy they went to was a high school. Like, it was a boarding school.
I guess they are supposed to be 17.
Like, and he's the
No,
younger
they-
brother. I mean, I get that, like, she's adopted, so she probably, I don't know. Why are we criticizing this? Like, they didn't think about it. Why are we thinking about it?
It's stupid.
Redemption arc almost a little forced because
Yeah.
are you saying like when his dad died, that's whenever he came around and was like, "I'm sorry, Dad. I wish I whatever." So his
Yeah.
dad had to die and to like regret him.
Yeah,
like, have
that's
regret.
why I put it in
That
quotes.
seems so bad.
That's why I put it in
That
quotes,
seems
bro.
so
It's an
Yeah,
arc.
that's what I thought.
You know.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were referring to. So I just wanted to.
All right. Do we want to go to Sir Reed, the only
Let's-
one we have not?
I think we
really
should
touched
finish up on the thong. Did anyone have any other things they wanted to say about the guy? I think
Johnny.
what
Or-
the
on,
thong.
or the thing. Oh, honestly, I like the fact that he is kind of like born from like and like his
I thought you were
home
gonna
is
say
kind of like
naked.
that scrapyard. No, I kind of well that too. But
I do
kinda
not like
the
that. Give my
scrapyard
boy some
beginning.
pants, dude. Come on.
No, I kind of like the scrapyard beginning. I feel like it really kind of fits
Okay.
with him kind of well because he's a ton
Yeah.
of rocks thrown together, so he's like a ton of scraps, like all on him.
Valid? Yeah.
And
totally.
then like I think it like seeing him and like deal with this terrible home life, and then him be this like super nice guy who's like always got his friends back, waking up.
Was
in
he
the dead of
nice?
the night.
What did he do that was nice at any point in
He
this
woke up
movie?
in the dead of the night to go meet his friend because his friend said he had to be there.
That is true. He's kind of
He
the
woke up in the middle of the night to become an astronaut with zero experience. I would do the exact same thing. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Like,
He became a
That
war
part, too.
criminal. He probably is
also-
against the Geneva Convention.
Reed also.
Reed.
I mean, he also showed up to all those high school
Yes.
science fairs with.
Yeah.
Think
all
about
right,
the-
despite not
I
being
might
there.
ask that though. What do we think he contributed?
He listed
the
things.
converter.
The converter. So all over the 7 years.
Yes, he,
they worked
he supplied
I think so.
scrap and lifting things, Austin. Obviously.
I think he was there just so Reed wouldn't go like insane. I think he just needed somebody to talk to,
Yeah.
and like kind of like
What
Like,
if he was
his-
like Sanji though? Like he was the sous chef when it came to like any
He's
invention.
actually doing everything.
He's actually super
Get
smart.
out of here.
Ben had the screwdriver. I need this. All right, Ben gets it. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that's my issue, is that I think you very easily could have made him a valuable member of this team, or at least like made it make sense for him to be there. Because I think Reed could have been like the theoretical mind behind it. I didn't get that. What was that?
He was Reed's best friend. What else did he need?
Well, like, he can be Reed's best friend and still be something other than that as well. Like, usually our defining character traits aren't just the friends we have.
To be fair, he has like the second most depth
True.
out of all the characters, and he has Reed's friend and born in scrapyard. So,
I thought you were just gonna say like abused.
Yeah.
Like, that's his character. But like, he could
Grew
have
up to
been
be
the
a
hands-on.
criminal.
He could have been like the guy who can make the cars and like do the things hands-on. But like, they never showed him do any of that.
Yeah.
And they could have brought him along with.
He could have bonded with
academy.
Johnny over cars and shit.
He could have came to the academy because they didn't know Reed was the brains behind it because they were both
That's
there.
That
true.
was one thing I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting, because I was gonna have a complaint if he was in, and I was gonna have a complaint if he wasn't in. So I was gonna have a complaint because I was like, I never got told that he did anything.
Yeah.
And my second one is he never got told that he didn't do anything.
Yeah. We never got
That's
told
exactly-
Yeah. It's fantastic.
But, like,
Yeah, so either way, he should have either been there or not been there, and he was one, and it was a bad choice. They had two choices, and they were both terrible because they didn't explain it.
That's my issue with him. I'm like, I think Ben could have been Ben, and like, I think after he turned into the Thing, it was like fine. Like, he looked
No,
cool.
I don't like it. I think it's bad writing because he was like, I'm upset because you left me.
Relatively fine.
He was gone a year. I get that was a long time, but like, that's not enough time for Reed to come up with a solution. I don't think you should be that pissed at him for that. Also,
I would be pissed at him. Are you kidding me? Your friend just leaves. Like, he made no effort to get him.
You're right. And then he did. Reed buckled under zero pressure. He was like, you never came back for me. And he goes, yeah, you're right. I wasn't going to too. I would be pissed after that. I like, honestly, yeah. But like, up until that point, until I found out that Reed wasn't gonna come back, you know, in my head I'd be like, you know, it's like Bonnie Austin. I'd be like, he's finding a solution.
He was putting up fucking wanted posters for the guy who he knew where it was. He didn't move.
Yeah.
He didn't move, my guy.
Right.
He moved when they shipped him off and dropped him off as a bomb and brought him back to the same spot you escaped from. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Also, the people who held him were coming after him instead of like trying to use them to get back. He just kept running.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, he was just a loser. Also, I don't like that scene where the Rock headbutts him. I think it has no impact and it's really weird looking. And also, like,
like. I'm so glad you brought that up because I completely forgot about that scene.
Really?
But I complained about it verbally because I watched the movie with Lily.
Yeah.
So I complained about it verbally to Lily. I was like, that headbutt looked like shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
it has no impact. He goes...
Yeah, he either didn't touch him and he's like, I'm so mad at you. And then the light doink. Or... he was like attempting to not headbutt him, but if like because he was like scared it was gonna hurt. But if he was that worried about it, just don't. Like.
Also, he's made of rubber now. That shouldn't have even hurt him. Like
Yeah. Also, when he just gone like boing.
Yeah.
And like straight back.
Yeah, his head should have bounced backwards. It's stupid. I hated that. Like, it was so dumb. Is that a good transition moment? Do we all have all the thing out?
No, Chandler got to talk about this.
What do I have to talk about?
Just let's hear your opinions on the thong.
No, the thing. Yeah, the thing.
The Rock.
I was mad at Reed.
I've already mentioned it. I liked his. I think I'm gonna be like a broken record player here. I really liked his design more than anything. That's probably what I remember the most about this film.
What about the pants?
I agree.
The lack of pants.
The lack of pants.
I don't know.
You know,
dude, give him pants.
I was looking forward to. I would have liked the thong skin if he was wearing that.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Dude, yeah, give him a Speedo. I think I would have forgiven this movie a lot if he had his Speedo on. Let's be honest here.
This is the only thing we could find. And then they just give it to him.
Dude, that would have saved the film.
No, dude, imagine him the entire movie. Because, like, that's realistic. Because all of, like, Hulk's villains are just basically big buff guys with tiny little black Speedos, essentially. Like, that's essentially... Wait, that's what a Metamorpho's costume is, essentially. Because his like, human bits are rocks and stuff. He basically just wears a Speedo. give it to the thong. I think that would be sick.
I would forget this movie a lot. I'd probably add a couple points.
I'd watch this movie a lot actually if that was his design.
This is almost graphic to like talk about. But if he did I'm jumping. But my issue with the whole him wearing pants thing is he is not a human that has like encased himself in a layer of rock.
But he was
it's
a
like,
man.
No. You're missing the point.
Pants.
It's not like he gets another layer of skin that happens to be rock, kind of like the thing usually is. There are fucking rocks, like jagged rocks, just sticking out of him because the rocks just all gangbanged the man while he was in the capsule. And like, they're not clothes conducive, is more what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, imagine.
They made fire clothes.
They kind of are the clothes.
But they made
They are
fire
the clothes.
They made fire clothes. They made invisible clothes. Give him pants.
He's not
Where's,
smooth, my guy.
It doesn't matter. Give
Chandler
pants.
on my screen. Where's Chandler on the screen in comparison to me?
Okay. Point out your right hand like this. Yeah, there you go.
Chandler, you get it. He made the same action I did whenever Austin said the rocks gangbang thing.
I'm sorry, that's a little graphic, Chan.
So that guy gets it.
I don't care, dude. If you're a man and you wake up and you're naked, you want pants.
He's not naked.
If you wake up and
Yeah,
have 43 pairs of pants on to where you can't see or feel anything under those pants, do you want to put pants on?
But it did more than that. It like genetically mutated him. He got taller.
He doesn't have a thing ding. Like, there's no,
I don't know.
You're right. Okay, whatever. I think we just want some justice. I just want some justice
to
from
see
my
if they
guy.
did just have that.
Wait, Sky, you kind of froze. What was that?
I was actually looking to see if he would have anything down there. I was like, okay, they keep cutting off like right above this. Like I'm starting to get a little worried now.
The
Like,
thing ain't going nowhere.
and I was like looking.
One of
It's
those
never
rocks
there.
is not like the others.
Yeah,
It was-
one rock a little more jaggedy than the rest.
This is awesome. I love this movie. This movie's great.
That'd be hilarious. They
Do
should
we-
have done that.
We should talk about Reed now.
Seen this film until now. Have you almost all seen
Huh?
it? Who hadn't seen this film?
I've seen it
thought-
before.
Just Sky. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
It's gonna be like that for probably a lot of this.
I'm going to start off with a bold statement here, okay? It's going to be a rare positive. I think that Reed's acting and directing in times is very good. I think that sometimes they do some really great job with his movements specifically, because the way that they like made him, he's like a guy who thinks about everything he does before he does it, and there's no wasted movements at all, and like everything he does is perfectly accurate and very fast and straight, and I really enjoyed that. I'm thinking of specifically the cash register scene and how like fast and perfect and accurate he fixed that immediately, and it like kind of showed you that he not only was thinking about building that before they even like started haggling, but he scanned the register in his head, figured out which one it was, figured out how to fix it in his head, and then did it immediately. It was perfect. I really enjoyed that. It was good direction. The rest of Reed was not the best.
I think another one of the scenes that was done pretty well and kind of fits Reed was at the end when he was like falling asleep at his desk.
Oh yeah.
And then he got like woken up and he went like straight back to work. He's like, I can't, like it's not done yet. And
He
then
also
I think it was done.
He also was mad. Like he wasn't happy about it. He was like, "Why would you do that?" I was like, yeah, that Reed would do that. Like, he's the type of guy that probably would get upset at someone for being cute with him, you know, because he's so business focused. I thought that was like, that's a great. I didn't write that down, Skylar. That was a great moment to bring back up. That Skylar, that's why we like you.
Yeah, thanks. That's 2 of them this episode. Record.
Yeah, this is crazy. Anyone else have some Reed opinions? Any good Reed opinions, Austin? All right, let's hear your Reed opinions, Austin.
I let him go.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna like beat a dead horse here, but I think no one's brought up this one point that I'm gonna bring up. We get two different Reed Richards in this movie.
Yes.
Very drastic, stark differences.
Yes.
And we don't see. And actually, I'm going to say I don't particularly like either of them. I think his first one is intelligence without any personality. Like no, it's weird because his confidence kind of like weans and wanes like the entire duration of the movie up to like the time skip, and like to where it's like. Yes, he's very focused, and like he feels like this kid who's not like super self-assured, and then he'll just be like, after that scene where he woke up, he talks to Victor, and he's like, "Yeah, I finished it. It's all done." And then he just took a nap, woke up, and he's like, "Oh, I guess it's done." Nice. Yeah, and he just didn't have much of a personality outside of being smart, in my opinion, before the time skip, and then he was like. Cool, badass, Mr. Fantastic guy coming back, and we don't know why or what happened or what made him different. But yeah, it was just I don't know. He wasn't developed enough for me to not like to hate him, but he's just there.
So much like there's so much wasted time, but I don't know what I would necessarily like except for the first 20 minutes of the movie. Remove it because I actually think that I enjoy more of. That's fucking not true. I don't even know, dude. But I think the movie is just consistently bad all the way around. I don't know why I brought up that point. Sorry. I was gonna say it was more enjoyable beforehand before they got powers, but like I don't even know if that's true. I just think it was. It
felt more like a movie.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't even say a good movie, but like it felt like it was going
somewhere,
like
and,
plot
like
point
anywhere.
by plot point, and then it's just like you get powers. Here's a bunch of scenes.
He's just like, what's going on now? I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
or
sorry,
where
that
the
was my
plot
read opinion. That's
can
about it.
veer.
Chandler, I am excited for your opinion on Reed. I'm not gonna lie. So far, it's been pretty negative. I'm wondering if you're along for the ride or you're gonna hop on the controversy train.
Well, I like Miles Teller. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can definitely tell this is like early for him. He, like, I think about Top Gun Maverick, he looks far different. So,
Yeah.
but I still think they're pretty good. Acting wise, I must say, like having to compare this guy with like Plastic Man from like DC. I'm not sure what his. If you guys know who I'm talking about,
I know,
like
from Flash.
that hero, yes, him and just
No,
Luffy.
not Flash.
Like their powers are actually crazy. Like they're the Rubbermen. You can do so much more than I thought you ever could have, and we didn't get to see any of that. So I'm very fearful that like we're gonna see stuff like this for the new film coming out next week. Because didn't you say someone said his powers were underwhelming or something like that? And that's what this film.
They didn't just do a whole lot with him. I heard that it actually looks pretty good for the most part, but he just doesn't do a lot. You know.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I don't think he was doing much here. We saw him like frog hopping from rock to rock.
He did some Matrix
yeah.
dodges.
That one fight scene in the
Yeah, I guess when he was
like kind of creative using his powers. There's a lot of dodging, but he
dude, I want to see him
elongate like some punches and like
do his
behind
ult.
him.
I want to see him do his ult and like
Fantastic.
Marvel and like puff out his chest.
Yeah.
No, I want to see him do some weird shit, like turn into a cup or make his eye into a telescope. I want to see him do some weird shit, dude.
Before you run, man, like just puff himself up as like fourth gear Reed. Like
Dude,
that's
that'd be
just
sick.
Exactly. I mean, like
Everything
let's see them
about
all
that.
like dancing. Like
I want to
that's
see
easy.
everything. I want to see everything related to like the weird shit that Reed can do. We probably aren't because it just looks uncanny and weird. Like why hire an actor if you're just gonna make his face weird the entire movie? You know.
I did think it was cool that he could change his face. I thought that was a cool power. That it really was executed properly.
I'm pretty sure.
Well.
The original one did that too, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, yeah. Of course, you're not sure. But I don't know. I think he could, but I don't know. That is definitely a power I like a lot. Not that the CG looked the greatest. It's just something that I was pretty happy to see in the movie. Like, be like, oh, he's using this in a creative way that I enjoy.
I agree.
That.
For the first time.
Apparently, Miles Teller allegedly.
Yeah.
What?
I said for the first time, and Austin said for the last time. I'm using his power creatively.
There's not a single time. Like, let's be honest here. I know you're talking about within this movie him using his powers creatively, but they're not gonna have Pedro Pascal like face shift in the next movie. Why would he do that?
They might.
Dude, why would he? The
Might
plot
do
does
something.
not. From how the plot looks like, there's no reason for him to do something like that. But I would be interested to see if they do that. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see next week. Ooh, fun.
What do you want to do?
Oh, scouts. Oh, I wanted to say some stuff.
Want to do favorite?
Yeah,
Go for it.
yeah, we've already talked about the movie for an hour, so let's hit favorite scene in favorite least favorite in our actual numbers when we actually hit that. But since we're talking about Mr. Fantastic, dude, I love that creature. She's so awesome.
Let's watch dogs on the laptop screen. That's not happening, Scout.
She's so
Sorry.
cute. Josh Trank, the director and writer of the movie, fought for Miles Teller to be as Mr. Fantastic. He said there's no one else he'd want to be as Mr. Fantastic. However, allegedly, they got into multiple fistfights on the set of the movie, which is kind of funny. Josh Trank's dog also allegedly destroyed his trailer during a long day of filming, apparently one day. And then there's more stuff I would like to talk about, but we're going to do that after numbers. So who would like to go first? Hit their favorite, least favorite scene, and then a quick summary of their feelings of the movie before a number.
You hit it first.
All right. Favorite scene. The death scene, not the death scene, the body horror scene where they come back. It's sad that I had to think about it so much. That's probably going to be everyone's unanimously favorite scene because it's like genuinely a really great scene of him crawling towards Ben. I really like that. It made me sit up a little bit. I was like, maybe my opinion of the movie was wrong previously. But no, it's still a pretty bad movie overall. Favorite scene, least favorite scene, the beginning of the movie. That's a tough start. It's genuinely so bad. Some of the worst reshoots just in general, and there's nothing enjoyable about the first 15 minutes, basically at all, I don't think. It's just a bad movie. Like there's bits that you could be like, I could see where this is going to be something great, crazy, and I really wish that eventually, I really wish that back then we got the version of Fantastic Four that Josh Trank wanted to make, and I hope that eventually we end up seeing that, like just how the Snyder Cut happened or something like that. I think it would be interesting to see something like that. It's very unlikely, probably not going to happen, but you never know. I don't know, 3.5. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad movie, but I wish it was better. I think it's better than Superman Returns because it's a lot shorter. Significantly shorter.
No, that part is true.
It is so much awesome. It's like half the movie.
I know that it's shorter. That doesn't mean it's better. Like if you just show a singular scene from the movie, and you're like, oh, that's better than Superman Returns because it was 35 seconds long.
I think that is included at least a little bit included for me. I don't know. Time's included in the movie. I take points off the Batman for how long it is. I think it's crazy.
I think too long you get minus points, but besides that, for me, it's just. It is what it is.
Fair.
Just assess the piece of work.
All right, you're talking about it. You're gone. Favorite, least favorite, summary of the movie, number.
Okay. When I watched this, I finished up for the first time and trying to do a preparation for Skylar asking favorite, least favorite, everything. In vain, because I couldn't come up with a favorite scene from this movie. I just finished it and I was just like, I didn't like any of it. and in talking about it, I am kind of seeing your perspective, Zach, where there are maybe 4 or 5 scenes in this movie, which if you extrapolated would be a pretty cool movie. That doesn't make what we have any better,
see that
though.
Movie.
I want to see that movie.
Imagine a gory body horror Fantastic Four. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, it would have been cool, and it touched on Ben's experience and everything, him being stuck in rocks. At first was really cool, and everything with Johnny just constantly being on fire. I'm gonna say that's my favorite scene. When they have Johnny on the table and he's convulsing and explodes and everything. I'm I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that was
and they showed his dad, the sun just burning on the table. Yeah, I'm that's terrifying.
Really great.
And like you said, if we saw that for the whole movie, it could have been interesting. But that's not the movie that we saw. I'll just skip the least favorite. the battle with Doom, man. It's like, I know that, and it's just basic, but like, it was a perfect finale for this movie because it was built on nothing and meant nothing. Like, it was a villain with no motivation. Yeah, exactly. And oh my, I can't believe we haven't really talked about it up to this point. I think Skylar mentioned it briefly, that it's clobbering time thing. It's not just that he used a saying that he was like abused with before, but the way he said it, like ignoring all of that, he was like, "It's clobbering time," and he just like socks Doomed for the finishing punch.
The
like
omnipotent beast, he becomes visible like 10 feet in front of Doom, has enough time to say his ultimate line, and then punches him. Like, dude, come on, that was so dumb.
But it was just said with no heart. Like, it was like one of those lines where you know that like he was just like, "Hey, yo, could you come back and we got to get this line. Like, it's clobbering time."
You have to say it. You're the thing.
You gotta say it. Yeah. And he's like, "All right, it's clobbering time."
Line,
and then you hung up the phone. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I hated that. I hated the green screen, the whole fight where they struggled and then they didn't, and then they were a team even though they weren't and still aren't. I'm rambling. Overall, this movie was not a movie, and I think us talking about it for this long is like what this was a student not doing the work until the night before, having a bunch of shit and just pushing it together into this Frankenstein mess that they aren't going to watch themselves or use themselves, but the teacher has to. And that's what we did. We gave this a grade when the person who made it, which I know the director and everything like didn't want to do it this way, but
he's watched the movie twice, the same amount as me, Austin, and Chandler.
Exactly. I'm like, it does not deserve this conversation. It's just a culmination of random scenes with characters that no one knows and that weren't established, and it's completely unenjoyable.
We talked about this movie more than we talked about Thunderbolts.
Yeah. What is this? What are we doing here? Like, what is it?
This?
Like, oh man, why is Ben Grimm not wearing pants? Dude, they don't care. Like, they don't care. like, why is Reed changed personality halfway through the movie? I don't know. They don't care. Why are we asking? Oh, sorry. I'm skipping to my number. I'm giving it a 2. I think there's a couple scenes. Actually, no. I'm giving it a 2 because that's the amount of scenes in this movie, and that's it. And then we can move on.
Popcorn, someone.
Popcorn Chan.
Okay, so I was honestly the same like you, Austin. I forgot to think of my favorite and least favorite scenes after watching the film. I immediately did something completely different, so I didn't have to think about any of that. But I'm also stumped in now, like I can't think of my favorite scene, and I'm not gonna tag along and join the bandwagon. I'm just gonna be unique and say my favorite scene was the credits, the end of the movie. I'm sorry, that's gonna be my favorite scene because there's nothing I like. There's nothing I can confidently say that that you guys didn't bring up that I liked. So yeah, that's that. My least favorite, I'm also gonna go with the final fight. I don't like how Doom was kicking ass, and then all of a sudden, like he forgot how to use his powers and got disintegrated. Yeah, by his own thing, like his own machine that he created to like.
Said that again.
You know what I mean? I thought that was so stupid. And lackluster. What I don't like about Marvel is how they would like kill off people. Like, yeah, to some degree, you don't want the same villain like Invincible returning after every season. Like, I want some stakes, but I also would like a big bad to be around for something else. And someone like Doom shouldn't die. So I know that there's like this movie, I guess, wasn't gonna have a sequel or something, but I didn't like that whatsoever. So. Least favorite for that. I'm gonna give this a 3. Originally had 4, but we said so much negative stuff that it's.
Dude,
I was, you know.
You guys should see my original number. You'd be in awe.
Wait, was it how high?
1.
No, I don't even want to say if it was higher or lower. We're just gonna move on.
Higher.
We're gonna move on, Skylar. Let's hear it.
You wouldn't have brought that up if it wasn't higher.
You're right. Yeah, it was a 4.5. It was only 1 point higher, but still.
Okay.
I know.
I'm gonna start it with. I'm gonna start it with. I don't know. I was also trying to think the entire time because I don't want to pick because like obviously like the best actual scene is probably like immediately after they come back.
Yes.
Because that was probably just the best one.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
copped out
don't
by taking
think-
that.
I mean, it's
Kind of.
it's the best scene.
It is objectively the best scene of the movie.
Yeah. But like I don't know if there's really anything I liked other than that scene. So I'm gonna join Zach. I think it's just that scene. That scene was actually good.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh okay. Like it actually wasn't terrible. I liked how it was like Ben asking Reed for help because Ben didn't know what was going on, and I feel like there was actually some like emotional impact behind it.
Probably couldn't
Unlike
see
the
it.
rest of the movie. Least favorite? I'm not gonna lie. Probably a lot of the scenes with Sue in them. She was like super,
She sucks.
like monotone. Didn't care like 90% of this. Which I mean, I don't know
sucks.
about the reshoot or anything. So she might have genuinely been like so mentally moved past this. But I
yeah,
think
dude, you're right. Actually, that's not her character. She just was like, I don't want to be here.
yeah. So like I don't even know. But I think my least favorite scene is whenever the dad dies. That scene meant nothing. It like nobody was upset. They stopped for maybe 0.2 seconds. They were like, no, and then like moved on. Like
Also, why did he burn instead of getting his head exploded like everyone else that Doom stood next to?
I don't know. But that was my least favorite. I think they could have just not added it, and it would have been the same movie. So it added nothing. But my number, I gave it a 4.5 because I see a world in which somebody goes, man, I really like The Thing. I just want to see The Thing, and that's it.
That's
And if you
Skylar's
see The Thing in
world.
this movie,
That's Skylar's
it is my
world.
world.
Yeah.
If The Thing was not in this movie, I genuinely might have given it like a 1 or a 2. But The Thing is in this movie, and I like The Thing a lot. And damn it, he was on the screen a lot, so I really enjoyed it.
Sky is a big
So,
fan of
every
55
scene
confirmed kills.
Awesome. It's again, I'm
And
not- it should have been higher.
And counting! Let's go! Just the confirmed.
Yeah, I can see a world in which somebody just wants to turn off their brain, and they just like found out from the Fantastic Four from like either the new movie or Marvel Rivals, and they just turn off their brain and want to see power, real power, and like that's kind of it. But
You should do like a One Piece thing where
yeah.
just the Thing scenes.
All Fantastic
10
Four movies, but it's just The Thing.
dude, that'd be sweet. That'd be a 10.
Yeah, that's
But,
sick.
the Mediak average for this is like a 3.25, so like
I'm okay
a
with
3,
that.
which I mean, I
Sorry
feel
for
pretty
bringing
good
it
with.
down, but like I think
No, you're not bringing it
I think you guys are bringing it up. Honestly.
I brought it up.
That's fair. No, I think a 3 average
I'm
is
the only one who
good.
brought it up.
I think a 3 average is good. I
I'm
think.
the only one higher than the 3.5.
Okay. Yeah. That's
I brought it up.
All right.
Because I like The Thing a lot.
Do we want to do the age-old
Genuinely,
segment,
yeah.
the one that we do every single podcast? What does Josh Trank think of this movie now? Sorry, I went and found some information related to him just because I think it's funny. We're going to get two reviews from the director of Fant4stic. One after he watched the movie for the first time, and then one after he watched the movie after 10 years. All right, let's get into this. The first one was the tweet he released the day before the movie came out. A year ago, I had a fantastic version of this, and it would have received great reviews. You'll probably never see that. That's reality, though. Completely fair. You hate to see that, director of the movie. The other one is several pages long. Oh, that's Dokkan. Several pages long. I'm not going to read the entire thing. If you want to, it's on Letterboxd. His name's Joshua Trank on Letterboxd, so just find it and read it. I'll just read the important parts. I was expecting it to be much worse than it was. I literally haven't seen it since it was 2 weeks before it came out, and I was in a heavily fucking traumatized state of mind. Why? I'll save that for another time. Anyways, movie review, great cast. everyone in the movie is a great actor, and overall, there's a movie in there somewhere, and that cast deserves to be in that movie. Everyone who worked on Fant4stic, that's actually how he spelled it. He put the 4 in
That's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah, clearly wanted to make that movie, but ultimately it wasn't. That's all I'm going to read of that. Well, actually, he said, this is pretty important. That said, I didn't regret any of it. This is after like pages of him saying reasons why he didn't like the movie, but from the behind-the-scenes part of it. And he said it wasn't that bad overall. But he said, that said, I don't regret any of it. It's a part of me. I just hope I cameo in the next one. Super fair.
Just hope I cameo.
Who
Yeah.
owned the license at the time? Was it Sony?
It was Fox, actually.
So Fox.
Yeah. The people who
Meddled
made the
with-
X-Men movies, yeah. They meddled the
So they
fuck out
meddled
of this
with-
movie, yeah.
Okay.
He
Was,
said
like higher
that-
up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand because there's
Well,
something I forgot to mention during the final fight. Reed was like explaining things like with crazy exposition, like, oh no, it's a portal that's sucking in things from the other dimension. Oh, like we can
Yeah.
see that, bro. You don't say that.
Yeah.
Like my thing's getting low again. Do you think like they dumbed it down and just of course changed scenes?
They did everything to it. They messed with the movie to another extent. Fox was notorious for dicking with their movies. They kind of stopped a little bit towards the very, very, very tail end because they knew that things were going downhill and it was not going to end up good for them. So they just kind of gave up watching people. But at the beginning, they just controlled all of their movies. If they thought this movie was depressing and confusing, so they just tore it to pieces. That's basically what the TLDR of the story is, which is really sad and sucks. And like I don't think that his version of the movie was going to be perfect, and I don't think that I would have looked at it as my definitive Fantastic Four, but I think I would have looked at it and been like, holy shit, this is a really interesting interpretation that I don't think we would have ever seen unless this guy got a hands of these characters, and we're just never going to see that, sadly, which sucks. But hey, what can you do? All right, news time. Superman scored $122 million domestically in the opening weekend, slightly behind two other movies for highest box office opening of the year so far. The first one is obviously Minecraft movie at $162 million. Number 2 is Lilo and Stitch remake at $146 million, which sucks, dude. And it made me so upset whenever I found out Lilo and Stitch made that much money. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's not even How to Train Your
I didn't
Dragon.
even know it made that much.
I know, right? Me neither. It's not even one of the good remakes. Like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've heard How to Train Your Dragon is actually a good.
I heard it's
remake,
the
too.
exact same thing, but that's what you want, you know? Some of these are
Mhm.
stupid. We got a bunch of cast announcements for Legend of Zelda. I'm honestly not gonna talk about it, because if you're interested in it, look it up. That's the power of the internet. The news is that it's out there. Find it. They announced it. Go look for it. What was it, Austin?
Imagine if you went on to like any of the news networks and they're just like, "Hey, guess what? Use your phone, loser."
No, okay. I would appreciate that if they were like, this is a vague outline of the news, now go read about it if you want to. I think that's kind of fair. Especially if it's something as vague as they announced the casting of the Zelda movie it's releasing in 2 years. Like, not many
President
people...
was elected. If you really care, look.
Dude, not many people probably care to hear me list
Move on.
every
It's
single
fine.
person
I'm
that was cast in Zelda. Speaking of, Aaron Taylor Johnson was cast in Robert Edgar's Werewolf. As I go ahead and list a stupid random cast. And then final bit of news that I decided to keep track of, because it's relevant to what we're watching. Skylar, please call on me first. Beyond the Spider-Verse has been delayed an entire year. One whole extra year. It's now going to be June 25th, 2027. So we have 2 more years now. Which is interesting. Any opinions on that real quick?
A year from now, we'll get another.
At this point, they've already delayed it so much. Just get it right.
Yeah, just get it.
Just get it right.
Yeah.
If it's still bad and I waited this long, I'm going to be even more upset. If you get it right and it just took your time to get it right,
Yeah.
then like it is what it is.
They'll be fine.
But,
There's a reason
like-
why it's been delayed. I'll talk about it in what we're watching.
Is there a good one?
Yes, there
I
is a
thought it was
reason. I'll
because of
expl- I'll
the.
explain.
I thought it was because of the voice
Another
actor
guy?
stuff.
No, it wasn't because of the voice actor stuff. That was not true. They never actually cared
Okay.
about him doing that. Because it
There's
was
some drama
it
there.
was just cringe. It wasn't like he did something bad, you know?
Just missed a shot.
Yeah.
It was just cringe, dude. All right, well, Chandler, go ahead.
But
I
yeah,
was
neither of you
gonna
wanna
say, isn't
go
there
ahead.
some drama between some of the like Haley and the guy that plays Miles?
Yeah, that was a while back though. That's what we were talking about. Like he shot a shot with her and it went really poorly, and then he shot a shot with another girl and then it went really poorly, and it just
Yeah,
was really cringe all around.
Like Josh Allen and Haley, they're married now.
Yeah.
But I could have sworn when they released their engagement, he was like
Yeah, he got
complaining
upset
on
about
Twitter
it.
and stuff, which was like
Yeah.
it's too early to make those sorts of decisions. You know, that's like, who
Yeah.
says that?
Yeah,
Who
dude,
says
it was so cringe. It was crazy. It's not illegal. It's not evil. But it definitely is insanely cringe. He definitely should not have done it. He needs to get off the internet for a while. I don't know. That's the end of my news. Skylar, let's go into the next segment so I can talk about why the movie was lit.
Boy, do I have a question for you, Zach.
Oh boy, do I have an answer.
What have you been watching?
Oh, let me tell you. So, the second the podcast ended last week, I decided to watch a movie, and this movie is the reason why Spider-Verse was delayed an entire year. And honestly, I'm not going to look you in the face and be like it was worth it, because I would have rather it come out a year earlier. However, I get the animator's point of view. If you are crunched to make this really awesome detailed movie and now they're like, all right, now do it again immediately, you're going to feel not the best about it, and you're going to want like a breather. You're going to want to do something else to just in between, and I can't get it. So I watched K-pop Demon Slayer, and it was actually pretty sick. It was actually really sick. I'm not gonna lie, and that's the movie that that Sony Animation, the animation team that worked on both the Spider-Verse movies, they made that. It was actually pretty fucking sick. I recommend it. Yeah, it's a new Netflix movie that came out that they animated, and it's about a group of three people who sing, three women specifically, that sing to keep demons out of the world. And then the demons in now age decide that the only way to combat their singing energy is to create a K-pop band of their own. It's awesome. It's a really great movie, and I don't even mean that like there's a lot of exposition in the beginning, like way too much exposition in the beginning, but after you get over that, the movie's really fun. It's an insanely fun movie with really great music, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it also takes itself seriously whenever it needs to be taken seriously. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, actually, more than any other thing, to not spoil this, because it's just in the what we watching segment, and it's also a very new movie, so I don't want to, do that. Just watch it. If you have a slight interest in the movie, watch it, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. And oh wait, I have more other things. I forgot about that. I was like, that's the end of the segment right there. I fucking nailed that. So I continued playing Pokemon a little bit. I'm actually approaching the 8th gym on that, which I really need to slow down because I just finished writing the script for the next video. So I still have probably like 2 or 3 weeks left because I have to do all the editing for it. But that video is going to be fucking awesome. I was really funny. I made some poop jokes. It's going to be great.
Nice.
I know. And then me and G finished season 3 of Haikyuu. I thought it was good. I thought there were a couple things bad about it. Me and Skylar talked about it in greater length yesterday, but there's like a handful of problems I have with the Shiro Torizawa volleyball match, but overall it was a really great time and really fun. We also watched the OADs, which were like the extended media for Haikyuu, and it was the Nekoma games, and I enjoyed watching those, except I was insanely confused on how their brackets work, because it's very different from how the bracket in like the main characters of Haikyuu are, because theirs is like one elimination, and you just have to get to the end, only one person goes, but in Tokyo, it's double elimination and 3 teams go. So they didn't explain that at all in the OAD. So you just had to watch them play, and they lost. And me and G were just like, why are they sad? Like, what is going on here? I'm very confused. This is really weird. But it was pretty good. No complaints on that. That was basically the only thing. And then the other thing, we watched one other thing in last week, and it was fucking Superman. We watched Superman again. Me and G went to the theater. I think that this movie is an insanely awesome test case, because most people that aren't Austin are like, this movie's really great. However, there's one thing I didn't like about it, and it's always different too, which is awesome. I like hearing people's opinions on that is so fun. And whenever G said the same thing to me, I was like, "What do you think of the movie?" She was like, "I thought it was great, but I didn't like Lex." Never heard that one before, and I loved it. It was awesome. It was so cool. 'Cause, like, the fact that I had never heard that one before was super interesting to me. And let me defend her opinion real quick, just because this is going out to the internet. She's not saying like she didn't like his acting or anything like that. She said that she just wished there was like some motivation more than just he didn't like Superman. And I know that's literally the four of us. We were like, we like that about it, but that's just something that she was looking for, and she was a little disappointed that he didn't have like an overarching motivation. And I totally get that. You know,
I think it's more that he's jealous of Superman than.
No, totally. Yeah, but she just didn't like vibe with that.
Yeah. Oh no. That's valid. It's valid. Not trying to argue. Sorry, Sky.
No, dude. Argue away. That's the point of having an opinion.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I just like the fact that, like, I feel like so many of these villains have such a such a sad backstory now that, like, sometimes I just like to see a hater, and he was definitely just a hater, and I loved it.
He was a genius Nepo baby that literally never saw anything wrong in his life, and the second he saw someone write a newspaper about Superman instead of him, it pissed him the fuck off, and now he wants to kill him.
Hater, exactly.
Yeah, like that. Not everyone is sympathetic. Some people just suck.
Yeah, very true. All right, that's all I've watched in the last week. We can toss it over to someone else.
So, Austin.
Yes, Skyler.
What have you been watching?
I don't have a whole lot for this past week. I realized I forgot something last week. Busy-ish. Just didn't get a lot of watching in. I started Black Clover, which is kind of random, but that's like Zach knows that because I texted him about it. Because I'm gonna. This isn't exactly what I said, but it's gonna be along the gist. I was like, why am I watching two separate anime and both of them have a character that have a thing for their little sister, and they're relatively normal anime.
They're pretty mainstream for the most part.
They're very mainstream. It's Black Clover and MASH or Mashal. What's the word? Yeah. Both of them have that type of character, and it makes me really sad because, like, the Black Clover one, he got like a toddler sister.
You cut out. You went very silent there for a second.
Oh, sorry. And I was just saying, it's weird, you know, not only pedophilia, but incest too. And I don't know if that cancels out in Japan, but it don't here.
Maybe talk to Skylar about that one. No, he gets the joke. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
Sorry, that was
an inside joke. It's an inside joke. We can move on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Black Clover's good, except for like the normal anime stuff. But it's good.
Asta screaming.
Asta screaming? I mean, I prefer it to Deku's crying.
How many episodes?
I think like 17 or something. Like he just, I don't know if this is spoiled. He just got the new sword in like the dungeon. So it's still fairly early on.
I'll revisit that question when you're like episode 60 or 80.
I thought it was really cool when he beat the dude, like the crystal guy, and he like beat him, and he was just standing there and he screamed afterwards. I was like, I thought that was dope. I was like, oh, that's badass.
I never had that. Well, I never actually. Well, I did watch Black Clover one time, but I don't count that as watching. I read all of Black Clover, and then I like had it on while I played Dokkan on my phone, and then I looked whenever there was the animated moments. So like I never really felt that complaint. But Chandler's not the only person I've heard say that about Asta.
Like just so I know what to look out for. Is it like
annoying as fuck?
It's like battle cry, his charging cry whenever he goes
or whatever. Yeah.
It's so loud and so long. It's like it does fall off though eventually. Like you don't hear it almost ever. But that was, for like a couple months I couldn't get through like the first 60 episodes because of that.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't know. I like it, but it's not like.
Oh, he's gone. He died. Austin officially passed away.
I thought it was me for a second.
No, you're good. He passed away. Does someone else want to go while he's there and charging?
Chan.
Yeah,
I
Chan.
keep yeah.
Chan, yeah. Let's hear something that you. Whoa! On my, did you guys see that on my screen? He just, dude, he's like speed. Your camera just sped run everything that happened in the last like 30 seconds. That was awesome. And then,
Oh, cool.
yeah, it was really weird.
Puckered face.
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
were sad for like 10 seconds.
Both you and like Zach and Sky were frozen on my screen, but Chan was fine. I was just like, I was like, oh, Chan. I was like, are we in the boat together? Like, nope. I just get to look at you.
He's alone.
Yeah. I mean, I can pretty much finish up. I'm reading One Piece slowly but surely. Didn't get to watch Superman again.
He's gone again. This is
Oh
awesome.
no.
This
You
is
can probably
so-
talk to me, Austin. If you can hear us, if you can hear me, you're still frozen.
This is great. Chandler, you could start, and then when Austin comes back, he could say the last thing he was going. Whoa! I did it again! Austin, that was awesome. He just
I'm done. Just give me out. Take the mic away.
Wait, say the last thing. Say the last thing
Yeah.
before you get cut off.
I don't get cut off. I just keep talking, and then I hear, oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's like, Chan, you. Like, I hear everything fine. Yeah, reading One Piece. Need to watch the newest episode. Same for Gyaku something that
Yeah.
is good. Yeah, I need to watch the newest one of that, but yeah, that's about it. I'm good.
Yeah.
So Chan.
That'd been funny if like mid talk you just
As I was.
All right, Chan. What have you
Yes.
been watching?
I have been watching quite a bit actually. I have also rewatched Superman. Maybe I should have given it a 10 ranking because I did not wait a full week like my 9 says. So I
just
didn't
want
notice
to
anything.
support it. And it's been so long since a movie has made me feel like happy.
And one that actually makes you rewatch in theaters twice. Like when's the last Top Gun Maverick 2 was the last one that made me do that. Or just Top Gun Maverick.
I think the last movie I saw in theaters twice was Ant-Man Quantumania, but like
Really?
yeah, MG. I didn't like want to. I saw it with Mom and G, and then I saw it with Austin, I think.
Yeah.
Fair. You went like
I just
For
was
the
like,
crowd.
I was like, this is great. No, I think the reason why is because Austin hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, we gotta see this. It wasn't because it was good. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
I'm up to date on the Lore Mysteries anime. That one's still pretty good, still confusing, but a lot of it's starting to make sense actually now. The episodes are very long. They're 30 minutes at least. They're not like your typical 20-minute one. I finished Grounded, so now I'm just waiting until actually 6 days from now, I guess, is whenever
the
the
new game.
sequel. I think it's sometime. It's like very soon, I think, or maybe it's the 29th, something like that. We're getting close. I'm up to date on 2B Hero X. That's still pretty good. I watched the Ninja Batman versus the Yakuza League.
Actually, I'm curious this. Yeah. What's your
It's
opinion?
pretty good. I did get used to the animation. That was just I just had to like watch a couple more minutes of it, and I got used. I mean, not all of the characters were animated the same too, which I thought was interesting. The Yakuza were definitely goofy looking. I think that's probably what deterred me at first. I should have watched a little bit past that before I stopped watching it.
I think
Yeah.
I overhyped it a bit, to be honest. I feel like it has been up to this point. Like, it was fun.
It was a fun movie, yeah. It was entertaining, and I do understand like there's like some anime references, like some people have like one-liners, like "Oh, I can't believe he bested me. I won't let him get me next time," or something like that. You know,
A lot of them were fresh.
but the animation is pretty good at times. Still, I really like the fight. I like that certain characters could fly that normally don't fly. Trying to keep it vague. You have some people that have yet
It
to
seems
watch.
like a college movie, but with superheroes. You know, like a bunch of college kids getting together and making like a goofy, super fun thing, but they were given as much budget
Yeah.
as possible.
Are they saying, like, it was supposed to take place in college?
No. I meant like
I was just like,
for some reason, like this is gonna be a very obscure reference, but the short film, The Bottle, that I made, that like stupid, goofy movie, like I
Yeah.
just get the vibe that Batman Yakuza is that, but with a $10 billion.
Yeah, it's just like, what if the Yakuza were also the Justice League, but also were facing each other?
And also
and then they
anime.
ran with it. Yeah, they ran with it.
Awesome, love that.
Yeah, it's such a creative movie. I'm surprised that it even exists. Like,
Yeah.
who's behind it? Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
How? How did they do like?
Dude, honestly, I should be. Oh, fuck. If I had more motivation, I'd include that in the video that I have. Because technically, that is an animated thing that had no marketing. It had zero marketing and just kind of popped out. But I think all three of the ones that I'm talking about were released in theaters for at least a short period of time. So that's the thing. I don't know. Keep going, Chen.
The Thing?
Say that again. All right, we're
Okay,
gonna drop that joke after this episode.
I'll finish up with, because I beat Grounded, I went back to Clair Obscur. Oh my gosh, that game is beautiful. I only played the prologue, so I barely played anything. I'm past the first act now, and I will say they've done things that I've never seen in any video game ever do before. Yeah. They did something to a certain character that kind of like, you know, when you're watching something and you just don't, you gotta go to bed, you don't have time to watch the next episode, so you're drastically Google searching, does something happen to this character, because you just can't, you gotta spoil it for yourself.
No, I've never done that, dude. I've never spoiled.
Never had that happen to me.
I was this close.
You
Has
know,
anyone played the
dude.
game?
I own it. I'll play it eventually.
I did not do what I did, but it's just because like I can't actually
Eventually,
say,
it's
because
probably
it'll be
like
too
6
revealing
months.
and it will spoil like what.
Yeah, don't. I'd be pissed actually.
It's different. The game, and it's also just beautiful. Like, there's so many cutscenes.
Charlie Cox is
Like
in it.
what? Yeah. Well, yeah. He plays Gustav. He plays very well. His voice acting is very good, considering he said that he only spent 4 hours on scene recording. I thought it was pretty good. No, I want to say something else. Yeah, It's like an actual movie at times. Like, there's that many cutscenes. It's really cool. There's like lots of story. So, and the fighting is so much fun. It's so much fun.
I like
Parrying is
turn-based
so
stuff.
damn hard. It's harder than Sekiro, but it's so rewarding. That's all.
it. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right.
all.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1. Sky.
Guy,
What have
have
you
you
been
been
watching? It could have been better, but you know what? It's okay. We had the heart.
All right.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Did I say that I started a new show last week? I can't remember.
I think you did.
I know I talked to Zach.
I don't know. Say
I
it. Just say
started-
it.
Dan to Dan, and I'm on episode 8
You did
now.
say that last week.
So
Yeah.
okay, I thought so. I think I was on episode 5 last week. So I watched a couple more since, and then I have read. I also said last week I'd read the last chapter of One Piece before, and I did, and I caught up on this week's chapter. So I read both of those, and then I've picked up playing Marvel Rivals more with the new stuff dropping and the thing being
Yeah, stuff.
It's awesome. It's
The
awesome.
new stuff. He's
Um,
talking about the porn that they introduced into the game for children.
No, I'm talking about only the thong. It's the only one I've played.
Loki's summer fit though.
Dude,
I don't play
cannot
Loki.
believe that any of them look the way that they do. It is ridiculous to me.
I can't either. But I think I have. Was that really? Is that really all? Oh, I think me and Lily might have watched one more episode of the One Piece show too. So we're making good headway on that too. But I think that's all. I had a really light week.
I think
this
we all
time.
did for the most part.
Yeah.
Pretty light
Good.
overall.
Yeah, I think that's all I got. And then next week is the new Fantastic Four movie that's coming out.
Yeah, first steps,
Right.
dude. Are you guys excited for it? Let's hear some really quick, anticipating opinions of the movie. What do you think? Austin, go first.
I think I've heard so much saying that it's going to be visually really good that I think it's going to be a very pretty movie. Very cinematic. I hear a lot of comparisons to Interstellar, which I think is hype without seeing it. Just from like the kind of the shots in like the space scenes that they're saying. So I'm expecting good things for that. I think the movie's going to be all right. I don't think it's going to come close to Superman. I think it'll be better than most projects. I think it's going to be like a 6.5, 7. That's where my expectations are.
That's not bad. I mean, it's high. Yeah, we can go up the list. Skylar go next, and then Chan, and then we can end it on me.
I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's just gonna be flat out like a 6 out of 10.
Actually, yeah, that
I
might
think
be
it's gonna
closer. Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be a like an all right movie.
Yeah.
With like, it's probably gonna be the best Fantastic Four to date, but it's still not saying much.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Chandler.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly excited for it. I think I haven't been saying anything good about it. Like when people ask, at work about people actually know about the podcast at work, so we'll bring it up.
That's awesome.
Almost if not every other day. Yeah, so I've brought up this movie that we're about to watch multiple times, and it's really nothing good that I have to say, because of what we know about Reed and the Thing, but I'm like a hopeless Marvel fan. I'm looking forward to watching it. I was looking forward to watching Thunderbolts, and it was delightful to some degree, right?
It was great. I really like Thunderbolts.
And I've heard great things about the Galactus guy.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be a cool movie. How they try and make it fit the timeline of these MCU, I don't know if this is gonna work out. It's gonna pan out well, but I'm eager to watch.
Like,
You think it's going to be better or worse than the Thunderbolts?
I think it's gonna be worse.
As like a movie, like a sound movie, or like more
Enjoyment or quality? Either way, I think it's.
quality worse, enjoyment more. I'm gonna enjoy it more.
I think it's gonna be the opposite.
I was gonna say I think it's gonna be the.
It's a lot
I think
better
the
than
like
this movie.
cinematography is gonna be great.
I don't think the
And it's
story's
gonna
gonna
look
be as
great.
well, though.
Yeah, I don't think the story's gonna be great. That's why I say like.
Good.
I was just
That's
like.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you look at like a good movie type thing. The plot probably isn't going to be crazy good, and I don't think it's going to be great.
Therefore, it's gonna be bad. I just don't.
That's what I meant by bad quality, as in terms
Yeah.
of how the movie works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I do think it looks like it's going to be very pretty. I'm excited for Marvel to do. Well, I mean, honestly, anything with their camera, I think it's going to be fun to see it move in general, because that doesn't usually happen with their movies. So I think that's going to be fun, because it looks like there's actually some great camera work with that.
It's intriguing.
Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I think we're going to get some baseline characteristics of these people that they think we know, but we don't actually know, because we've never actually seen a good movie with them. Like, we don't need. I don't even know. I have no opinions of the movie right now. I think it's going to be like a 5 or a 6, something like that. We'll see. We'll see how the movie
safe
is.
bet.
We'll see next week. Does anyone have any quarrels out? Anything raging, roaring on fire? Skylar?
Yeah, Austin, do you have one?
Oh no, I was just pointing to you. Sorry. You're upwards of my screen.
Awesome. All right, well, if you're sticking around this far, watch the new Fantastic Four movie with us, and then you can let us know your opinions in the comment below. And if you stuck around this far, let us know what you think the next Fantastic Four is going to be. And then make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week with the new Fantastic Four movie.
That's the best way to end it off. We'll see you guys next week. See you.
Have a great time.